200 properties with 7 of its top 10 university clients in the COVID hotspots of Texas, Florida, and Arizona. The CEO of American Campus Communities, it trades on the NYSE under the ticker symbol ACC, joins us now. Bill Bayless, nice to have you with us, Mr. Bayless. First off, given so many questions right now about students returning to campus, and you manage a portfolio that includes the likes of University of Texas at Austin, Arizona State University. What can you tell us in terms of these colleges and universities' plans for the fall?
Yes, and actually at all of the 92 campuses the universities pretty much all have the same operational plan. And whether they say they're going to have in-person classes, online classes, or a hybrid thereof, what they're undertaking is virtually the same, and that is to have dual capabilities to deliver in-person or online, and to toggle between the two. And so social distancing in the classroom is first and foremost. You know, your 400-person lecture halls where everybody was shoulder to shoulder, those won't take place. They'll be online. Your smaller classes, your 35 to 40-person classes, are being moved to classrooms where social distancing can be achieved. And then more importantly, the colleges and universities, while the 18 to 22-year-old demographic has been low risk in this COVID environment, for the instructors that may be at higher risk or be autoimmune, universities tend to be giving the instructors the flexibility to go online, in-person, toggle between. And so really they've created great flexibility to continue to deliver curriculum throughout the COVID environment and as it may change. And so they've really done an excellent job planning to fully incorporate the CDC guidance and a continuation of their academic operations, regardless of what the trend may be going into the fall.
Right. And so what can I expect then in a dorm at this point where, despite, I would think, the best efforts of administrators to keep socializing at a minimum, we're talking about 18, 19, 20-year-olds. You know, what are your expectations and what are you doing to try to keep students safe?
Yeah, and first of all, it's important to look at how student housing has evolved over the last 20 years. 86% of the products in our portfolio housing over 135,000 students, 86% of those products are apartment-style housing that are students living in households with only 2 to 4 people. They have a full kitchen, full living room, typically a private bathroom, or no more than 2 students sharing a bath. And in that 2 to 4 person household, they can completely control their own sanitization, quarantine, and isolate as they see fit. When you then look at the residence hall products that exist on campus, of which we also privately own a lot of on-campus residence halls, the modern products that have been built over the last 10 to 15 years feature in-suite bathrooms in all of those accommodations, which also are just households of 2 to 4. Where a little bit of work comes into play for colleges and universities is the remaining stock that they have of the older 1940, 50, 60 residence halls, where you had community bathrooms where you had as many as 20 to 40 students sharing sinks, toilets, and showers. And that, in that case, it's not a highly desirable product among students and parents, and it's not as easy to sanitize to stop the spread of the virus. And in going into this academic year, one of the major trends we're seeing at 48 of the 68 universities where we own assets, universities are de-densifying that particular product type. In total, they're taking 55,000 beds out of service out of 470,000 total to cut down the number of students sharing those particular accommodations. And those are really the only, if you have a surge in COVID throughout the year, that's the only product that really isn't conducive to be able to facilitate self-sanitization and cleaning. The other thing that we've done above and beyond just how products themselves facilitate or prohibit good sanitization is we're unleashing a program called that we're actually doing with RB Lysol, the RB, the makers of Lysol. It's called Be Smart, Be Safe, Be Smart, Do Your Part. And the first part of that, with us doing our part, is having done a complete facility assessment and assessing all the touch points that exist in common areas, from entry to circulation to migration through the building, using antibacterial surfaces on elevator buttons, doorknobs, and attempting to create as much of a touchless community as possible. We then worked with RB Lysol to develop state-of-the-art protocols on hygiene, cleaning in order to make sure that we can maintain and sanitize to the highest levels throughout this. On our earnings call yesterday, we told the market that's probably $2.5 to $3 million in operating costs to implement those enhanced programs.